Hey everyone, this is Grant Luna with Fidelity National Title. I've had a few clients recently ask me for a couple of ways of accessing homeowner data for people that are in the pre-foreclosure process or might have delinquent taxes. And so luckily Fidelity has a couple of really great ways of actually creating this list of people and then getting the contact information for these people. So first I'll work with Fidelity Passport and actually getting lists of that data of homeowners that are delinquent taxes or in that pre-foreclosure process. So if you don't know how Fidelity Passport works, there's a link in the description to an entire playlist tutorial I did that shows you from start to finish how you can create a Passport account, how you can pull property profiles, and how you can generate lists like these. So I'll be working with the List tab up at the top of the screen here. So I'll select Lists, and List allows me to generate lists of property data and homeowner data based on set criteria that I place in. So once I'm in the Lists tab, I can first select the city that I want to be working with. So I can select city, and in this drop down here, scroll down to San Pedro, and I can select add. And on the right side of the screen here, you actually get a refreshed feed of the number of homes that meet the criteria that you're placing in. So next, let's say that I'll select property here, and most of what you'll be doing in terms of editing these lists will be in this tab up here at the top of the screen. And so I can select property, and then maybe I can do land use property type. So I'll do property type, and let's say just wanted single family residences. So I could do single family residential. Now you see on the right side of the screen, it's automatically filtered down to just 10,000 residences. For some of these filters that I'll be talking about, they are premium filters for about 6 cents per record. So I can select premium here. And let's say I wanted to, on top of the pre-foreclosure homeowners, let them know about Proposition 19. So now I can filter by age group. So I can go to demographics here, then select age. And for homeowners that are 55 years or older, all I have to do is enter in 55 here. That sets that age range to minimum 55 to anyone above that. So I can select add. This will place it in. So now you see that we're working with San Pedro, owners of single family residential properties that are 55 years or older. So lastly, I'll navigate to distressed. I could do delinquent taxes and just select yes and add. Or like I said, I can go to foreclosure type, and there will be more of a drop down here. So I can go to pre-foreclosure. I can go to notice of default, select add, and now that'll give me that final filter. So now this list has loaded. So we've gotten owners of property in San Pedro that own single family residences that are 55 years or older. So they meet the criteria of Proposition 19. And they have an active notice of default on the property. So it's 6 total records as seen here. So how I actually get this data is I select next. It'll give me the cost breakdown for this data. And on this next page, it shows me, so the price per record is 8 cents per record. I misquoted it in the first part. I said 6 cents per record. And I can select add to cart here, but there is a key step because like I said, you're just going to get the homeowner data. You're just going to get the name, the address that they live at. But obviously, if you want to contact them, you might need a phone number or email address. Obviously, you have their address in terms of their mailing address. You could do post mail, but maybe you wanted to do something else. So to actually get some of that data, you can use our other resource, Fidelity Total Farm, which I've shown in the past of how you can use that to get contact information. But a key thing you'll need to do before actually exporting it to Total Farm is exporting it in a format that makes it really easy to upload into Total Farm. It's going to save you a ton of time. So this is a very important step. So how I actually do that is I select Export Outputs. And in this drop-down menu here, I select Farm Tool. So now you'll see this get populated. And what this is doing in terms of these options here, this is presetting the Excel file that will be downloaded or that you will download once you purchase this data. And so how that will work is you'll select add to cart. It'll be ordered for you. Then in your history, you'll see that order. So I placed this order earlier today for this data So it's this top item here. So it's one of these here. Let me find it really quick. So this is this order that I placed earlier today, this export output here. So to download this, I'll select view list. And then I have this data here. So 6 records that I purchased that are homeowners in San Pedro that own single family residences that are 55 or older and have an active notice of default. So I can download this to my computer. So I'll download it here. And then I'll navigate to Fidelity Total Farm. And so for those that aren't aware of what Fidelity Total Farm is, there's a full-length playlist in the description as well. But it's basically this resource that allows you to create as many farms as you like, but also have a lot of functionality with those farms. Some of that functionality that is going to be used here is the ability to get phone numbers and emails. And so how I'll go about doing that is I'm going to take this Excel file that I just downloaded from Fidelity Passport. I'm going to import it into Fidelity Total Farm. So how I do that is when I'm in View Farms here, I scroll down to this Import button at the bottom right of the screen. And now I'm going to select a file to upload. So I'm going to upload that file that I literally just downloaded from Passport. I'll hit upload here. And this is where formatting that file ahead of time saves you a ton of time, because now all I have to do, instead of manually going in here and matching every single one of these together, I just click this templates drop down here, select farm tool layout, and now all of these fields are automatically matched for me just because on Passport I made sure to export it already formatted for this upload. So it's going to save you a ton of time and make it easy on you. You simply hit process and it will create that farm for you. And now you can go into that farm here. You'll see the homeowners, you'll see the addresses. And like I said, Fidelity Total Farm gives you the ability to get these people's contact information if they have it on the back end. So I can go to actions, get emails and phones, mailing address, reverse phone, email, go to reverse, and now I can pay for their phone numbers and emails for basically less than $1. And now I can contact these people. So overall, it cost me maybe $1, so 72 cents in this case for these phone numbers and emails, and it cost me 48 cents for the records in San Pedro, right? So not bad for a potential listing that you might get out of this. And then you can call, you can do email, you can plug into all these different applications that I've shown in the past. And also too, you have the ability to get notice of defaults within your farms as well that you have pre-created. So for example, I can navigate to my La Cresta farm, area 177. And if I navigate to Premium Farm up here at the top right of the screen, I'll see new tabs. So originally when you log into Total Farm, you're going to see recent buyers, out of state, absentee up here. And if I move the screen to the right, you can see Premium Farms appears. And I actually have notice of defaults that I can click here. This you'll be paying for credits for this. So Total Farm updates every 2 weeks on its own. So once you create a farm, it's going to update itself regularly every 2 weeks. So if in that 2-week time span, someone had a notice of default filed on that property, you'll be updated of that. You can come in here and purchase that record, and you would see maybe now there are 2 new records available. You can come in here and select that. So to show you what it looks like, I'll select deaths. I think there's a death in here. So it says there are 2 new records available. So I could purchase these records. So I'd select get records here and basically buy these records, and then they'll appear. I'll see the properties, and I can go ahead and try to get the phone numbers and emails and access those records. So 2 ways of getting notice of defaults, especially in a potentially shifting market where more of these might be appearing in the near future.